2nd and 10.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. 4 down, 4 down.
They run the draw here with Robinson. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
4 down.
Now Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal, a 42-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Richardson going to move him around. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Anthony Schwartz, 75 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, and delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 3rd down, Wilson. To the right side and intercepted. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
They'll take over
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Off play action, Richardson. And it's caught. And the Bengals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They'd been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a 1st down.
Kamara. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Richardson. This is caught. Touchdown.
Richardson's pass.
Alvin Kamara from 6 yards away. And the Bengals have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, right down the middle. And that gives him a 3-point lead.
John Parker Romo to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, here's Jaden Reed. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Browns drive about to get started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll go down at the 28. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Browns at 1-5, really struggling here to start the year. They've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Wide, get wide.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's a toss right side to Mitchell. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Tight end right. 4 down, check. 4 down.
Here's Wilson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
From his own end zone, it's Richardson. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's third of the game. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
You talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mo.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all three timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Second down, here's Richardson. Throwing right, and that's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First down, Cincinnati.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action with Richardson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Richardson working from the gun. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this one is right through, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey. Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball, but oftentimes it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25.
We got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
Here's Wilson. And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two. They'll turn to Kamara. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that two-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Set it. Cougar 19.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Touchdown, Bengals. George Kittle, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
A try here for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Bengals 31, Browns 17. John Parker Romo to kick off.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
On second down, Wilson. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Here we go, shot. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Here we go. 45, 45, 45.
First and 10, it's Richardson.
They're running.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
60 Eagle.
I got wide. Check 9.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. Another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Bengals 38, Browns 17. John Parker Romo to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Everyone's got 4 down.
Wilson. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain of 37.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Even. 4 down. Even.
Wilson will throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. On the draw, Robinson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air. And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Sanders' kick is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Here's Richardson to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Don't let him breathe.
Richardson looking to throw. A pass complete to Adunze. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
I smell fear in that offense. Watch that, watch that, watch that.
No, off.
19, Tiger, 19.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Richardson now on 2nd down. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. And this offense on third down today, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Roma Dunze. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Bengals 45, Browns 20. John Parker Romo to kick off.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
On 1st down, Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Inside the 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
John Parker Romo to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their... And now here is another interception. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Come on.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Richardson looking to throw this. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Daxton Hill picks it off. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. A good gain of 12 yards that time.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Second and a couple.
Hey, we got tight left, tight left. Four down. Check.
Again, it's Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr., his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to 24. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence. There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just got to give us that look.
And this is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
2nd and 10.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 4 down.
Now it's Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 68 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Even. 4 down. Even.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 25 yards that time.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Hey. 4 down.
To throw is Wilson. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Mike one. Watch the screen. Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He'll get it inside the 20, and he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Here we go, One's the mic. Watch one.
Here's Wilson to throw.
Come on, QB, come on.
St. Brown making the catch on the out route. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
They'll run with Robinson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Wilson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And it's incomplete. Clock now showing 0:05. That's all we have left here in the 4th. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
3 down.
Mike 4.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Mike 4.
One last shot for Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Mike 4. I'm coming after you. Mike 4. Watch the pass. Mike 4. You'll go night.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. Well, Charles, I mean, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times.
Might as well be in